Grab your atom bomb and say hello to the new neighbors, because Pluribus Season 1 just ended, and honestly, I'm still trying to process what I just watched. Seriously, what is going on? In this video, we're breaking down the biggest theories from the finale. What is Manos really trying to do? Did Carol actually bring home an atomic bomb? And the wildest theory of all, is Zosa pregnant with Carol's child? But before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. I am dangerously low on serotonin, and YouTube validation is all I have left. The episode opens the same way many Pluribus episodes do, bathed in blue. Blue has been everywhere this season, especially around Zosa. Traditionally, blue represents sadness, grief, and emotional distance. And when you look at Zosa's life before the joined, it tracks. We don't know every detail, but we know this. She grew up poor in Poland, ended up displaced in Morocco, and clearly lived a life filled with suffering. There's even a theory that when Zosa was resuscitated in episode 4, she briefly disconnected from the hive mind. And during that recovery, away from Carol, she made a conscious decision to rejoin. Because for Zosa, the joined aren't a prison, they're an escape. Interestingly, Kusamaya's chaperone doesn't see blue as sadness at all. To the joined, blue represents hope. And today is a big day. Kusamaya is about to join. The process is disturbingly simple. She inhales a substance derived from her own stem cells, meaning she willingly gave them up weeks or even months earlier. That detail matters because it tells us something terrifying. Carol's timeline is running out. Zosa later mentions they're only about 3 months away from developing a solution for Carol, and we'll come back to what that really means. The ceremony itself is beautiful, but it's also fake. As soon as Kusamaya joins, the singing stops. People leave. Everything becomes efficient, mechanical, because the celebration wasn't for them, it was for the immune. We see this again and again throughout the series. Cities lighting up just for Carol, ski lifts stopping perfectly on cue, an entire diner reconstructed for her comfort. The joined don't just coexist, they perform. Manos is now only hours away. The joined openly admit they're tracking him, and every immune via drones in the sky. Zosa clearly fears Manos, even though we've never actually seen him be physically violent. What we have seen is his religious background. He carries Christian symbols. He sleeps in churches. He believes the joined have lost their souls. And if the soul is the gateway to the afterlife, then in Manos' mind, the joined are already damned. Notice Carol's outfit here. Pink. Pink is diluted red, and red has long symbolized rebellion and resistance. This is visual storytelling telling us one thing very clearly. Carol's resistance hasn't disappeared, but it has weakened. She's in love, she's no longer alone, and she believes the joined can't force her to change. At least that's what she thinks. Inside Carol's home, we see magician posters everywhere. One reads, "I would never deceive you." Another features a man who claimed psychic powers, but secretly relied on technology. This is not subtle. The joined present themselves as transparent, honest, incapable of lying. But like magicians, the trick only works if you're watching the wrong thing. When Manos interrogates Zosa, something incredible happens. His anger causes members of the joined to collapse into seizures. This isn't random. Manos has been tracking a repeating radio frequency, one that disappears when the joined are disrupted and returns when they regain consciousness. The implication? The hive mind is held together by a signal. And when that signal breaks, even briefly, the original person may still be inside. Manos speaks to a man named Rick, and Rick responds. That moment might be the most important discovery in the entire season. Manos begins researching electromagnetic theory, specifically standing waves. There are 2 possibilities. 1, send an inverse signal that cancels out the high frequency entirely. 2,
understand why the immune naturally disrupt the signal and replicate it. Human bodies act like antennas. The immune are natural dead zones, and when they experience extreme emotion, especially anger, it overloads the system. That's why the joint collapsed. That's why millions died before. So, did Carol actually bring home an atomic bomb? Narratively, it makes sense. If the joined are building a massive antenna to spread their signal beyond Earth, a bomb becomes leverage, a deterrent. But here's the twist. If Zosa is pregnant with Carol's frozen eggs, would Carol really use it? That child becomes the ultimate trump card. Final questions. Carol chooses Zosa, then chooses the world, then realizes she may lose both. And now, everything is in motion. So I'll leave it to you. Is the bomb real? Is Zosa pregnant? And can the hive mind actually be stopped? Drop your theories in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and for more questionable takes, follow me on social media.